Hello there and welcome to episode 21 of my Money Glitch Road to Glory. I really hope you enjoyed this video and let's do this. The first game in this episode is going to be Spurs at home. And if we quickly look at the table, they are just above us in 5th with 60 points and we're just behind in 6th with 58 points. So obviously that 2-point gap could be bridged here if we were able to pinch a win. So let's see what we can do in this game. Pretty much putting the best team out, so let's go for it. Things don't start off too great for us as Tottenham are attacking in the first half, getting the ball through here, and they set Harry Kane through, the lethal striker, but this time he's not so lethal and misses the target by quite some distance, luckily for us. We are able to counter well though, and luckily get the ball through here with Leliget, who surely can get the ball through. We cross it in and he just absolutely flops it. Don't know how he managed that, but he missed it. Halovic is then playing a nice little bit of football here with Ibe, and John Ibe is able to smash one in to the back of the net, beating Hugo Lloris pretty easily in the end in the 61st minute, giving us a 1-0 lead in this game. A pretty nice finish in the end for us. Thank you very much. And then Tottenham have a free kick here which Lamela strikes and he hits the inside of the post and it comes back out and we are luckily just able to clear it. And that looks like it is going to be the end of the game and it's 1-0 to us. Varane's looking buzzing again. For some reason they always seem to show Varane at the end of the game, probably because he's our captain. But yes, that is it. A 1-0 victory to us against Spurs at home. Pretty decent, which should move us into 5th position now, if you remember looking at the table at the start of the game. And Halovic was our man of the match in that game with a 7.2 rating. Unfortunately though, after that game, Nathan Ike was then injured and he suffered a torn calf muscle and he's going to be out for 3 months, which is going to put him out for the rest of the season as well, which is really annoying as we don't really have a player to fill his position at the minute. And there's no rest for us because we've got Arsenal away as our next game in the Prem, so obviously that's a really difficult position and we're missing Sterling and Nathan Ike now. So that's a real pain in the ass, but hopefully we can still get a result out of this game. We do break forward quite well with James here, and then we slot through Januzaj straight through the middle. They try to slide him, catching him, and he's straight through on goal. And I'm pretty sure this should be a red here, but for some reason he only seems to give him a yellow. I was running straight through on goal. I've no idea what was happening in the referee's mind. I mean, surely that's a stonewall red, and we weren't able to get anything from the free kick. Arsenal do then attack at us here with Welbeck coming in there. I thought it was going to be given away as a penalty, but they managed to get a cross in, get a little header, and Scuff it is able to save for us, which is pretty good. For some reason here, Welbeck seems to get his knickers in a twist and gets himself sent off for this disgusting challenge from behind Varane. It was literally like just cut the play straight in half. Disgusting challenge and deservedly sent off. So that kind of makes up for us not getting a player sent off right at the start of the game when we were running straight through on goal. So obviously now we've got 10 players to play against Arsenal. They are at home, so hopefully this is going to like ease us up with a little bit of an advantage. And look at that challenge on the slow-mo. It's literally like knee height. What is he thinking? Absolutely no. We were thinking about buying Welbeck and now surely we can't. They make a change as well and bring on Mandzukic for a defender. And obviously, now that we're playing against 10 men, we do begin to ramp up the pressure with Nagbe coming in here. He doesn't want to pass the ball, but he finally does find Januzaj. He gets it in, chips it through to Oztumer, who's able to smash one home on the half volley into the back of the net. Literally, Welbeck's just got himself sent off and we've gone through and scored. I'm not placing the blame on him, but it's pretty much his fault. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be absolutely mad at that one. And even more so because that is how the game ends, with a 1-0 win to us, and Oztumer was our man of the match with a 7.2 rating, so that's pretty decent. And after that result, it keeps us in 4th position with 64 points, just ahead of Liverpool, and we're a little bit behind City and obviously miles behind Chelsea and United. So winning the league's completely out of it this season, but we may be able to catch Manchester City if we play extremely well in our last 3 games and they obviously drop 4 points. I can't see that happening, but we're absolutely soak up 4th if we can make it. We just got to keep Liverpool and Spurs behind us, as they're the only 2 teams that can really catch us. Norwich are then our next game in the league at home, and we're going to take a risk and sim it. Unfortunately for us, it does pay off, winning 2-1 with Nagbe and Pozo on the score sheet for us. And then we have Leicester as well at home. We've got a pretty nice end to the season with some easier teams to play, and we are going to sim this one as well. And we win that game 2-0 with Zivkovic scoring 2 to give us the win in this game. And that's when we have the big tie against Chelsea. It's the FA Cup final. let's go straight into this. We're obviously going to play the best team, but remember, we don't have Nathan, Ike, or Sterling, so we're a bit low on our first team, but hopefully we can give them a good game. I doubt we're really going to be able to do much, as Chelsea are literally like the greatest team on FIFA. But yeah, hopefully we can get a win. Let's see how it goes. And it does actually start off pretty well with us, with Oztuma coming in from the right. We're obviously playing in black because we were drawn as the away team for this game. He shoots, Czech kind of saves it, and then it comes out from the defender. And then it's Tielemans who's running in on the edge of the 6-yard box and just slots one home into an empty net. 15 minutes into the FA Cup final. We're 1-0 up. The crowd are absolutely buzzing about it, and so is he. What a start to the game. And it seems that luck is just on our side in this game, as Leliget comes up here. He does a little fake shot to get past the player, shoots, Czech pats out as well. Been a dreadful keeper, and it falls to Zivkovic, and it looks like we're going to have a 2-0-er. But unfortunately, he isn't able to score from it. And quite upsettingly, it was a pretty poor final. It did end 1-0 to us. There wasn't much I could show from you from the game, as they were the only two main chances. But we did go ahead and win it. Look at that. The team are absolutely buzzing. Chelsea team are absolutely devastated. We have won our first major trophy, the FA Cup. Obviously, we won the Capital One Cup before, but I mean, no one really cares about that. The FA Cup is a major one. Matic looks absolutely mad there. I mean, I'm so happy we've done it. The team are celebrating, obviously just absolutely ecstatic. But we have won the FA Cup 1-0 against Chelsea as well. It's not like we even had a load of easy games either. We beat literally like all of the Prem to get there as well. And for some reason I put Zuma as captain for this game. I didn't mean to. It should be Varane. So unfortunately Zuma does get to lift the trophy in this game. But I suppose it's probably fair, as Zuma's obviously been at the club for a lot longer. But yeah, look at the boys there. They look so happy. I normally we're in the black kit as well. We're not in the home kit. But like I said before, Chelsea were drawn as the home team. And look at that. The boys are going absolutely mental. We've only gone and won the FA Cup. I'm so pleased. So awesome. Such a good way to end this season as well. I mean, we've still got the Europa League final to play as well, so we might even be able to do that. But I mean, a packed Wembley, and like that is just the dream right there. I mean, as a manager now for like Peterborough, I'm obviously going to be immortalised, because I mean, wow, like the fireworks just sums it up really. 1-0 FA Cup Chelsea, boom. That is what dreams are made of right there. Absolutely loving it. What a result in the end, and the boys look absolutely ecstatic. They look like they're all ready for a wage increase next season. So yeah, there you go. Confirms the result. Tielemans was our man of the match with a 7.4 rating as well. Not bad for the final. And there we go. 1-0 to us. Peterborough the champions. Look, we beat United, we beat Palace, and we also beat Manchester City on penalties. I mean, we went for a lot to get through into this final. And then we also get 1.5 million for winning it as well, along with probably like $1 million that we got for the rest of it into our transfer budget, which is obviously awesome. And that is when we have to bring our celebrations to an end and stop getting too excited, because we've got the biggest game of the season and probably the series so far, which is Borussia Dortmund in the final of the Euroleague, which is just absolutely awesome. So happy to be in this. And if we can follow this up with the FA Cup victory, then it would be an absolutely insane season for us. And partnering that with what is mostly going to be Champions League football next season, that just absolutely blows my mind of how well the team has done this season. And this is exactly that, the team that are going to be playing in this game. So we've obviously got Scuffer in goal. We've had to go 3 at the back because of Nathan Ike's injury, but we've got Zuma, Varane and Khan on the right. And then we've got Halovic, Tielemans and Chalobah as the 3 centre midfielders. Then Januzaj and Gnabry playing on the wings. And then Pozo and Zivkovic just a little bit behind him as our forwards. So that's a pretty solid team going into this game. But obviously we know that Dortmund have got some of the best players on the game. I mean, they've got Matt Hummels and Marco Reus and even Per Aubameyang as well. So his pace is going to absolutely destroy us. But like I said, we do have Zuma, Varane and Khan isn't too slow either. So hopefully we should be able to nullify most of their attacks and maybe get 1 or 2 ourselves. But fingers crossed we can get a result in this game. Let's see how it went. So Dortmund started off pretty well, coming at us here with Immobile, getting it through to Kagwa, who I actually forgot was playing for them now as well. And then Gundogan, he's playing a few little balls around. I mean, we literally just can't get the ball off them for the first 10 minutes here. And Kagwa looks like he's straight through here, smashes one in. It's great to scuff it, but unfortunately, it looks like the nerves have got to him. He's gone straight underneath him, straight into the net, and Kagwa has gone and scored the first goal for Borussia Dortmund with only 7 minutes played, which is pretty annoying. But we do go and almost resurrect it from a corner there. I think it was Varane that got his head on it. And somehow they were able to stop it from going in, but we had another corner. It came out. It was then patted out, and Zuma was the boy that it hit. And for some reason it like glitches out. We just decided to smash it. 12 minutes played and it just seemed to go through. The keeper was out of his goal, and I think it just was blocked by a few players, and he tried to get it but he couldn't. So we've evened it up pretty much straight away with only 12 minutes left. I mean, look at this. The keeper's on the floor there, like falling over or something. I don't know. It was knocked over by his own player, but that's pretty funny, and we will take that. Although, unfortunately, Borussia Dortmund just really want this with Blaskondowski coming down the right here. Tries to pass it. Is blocked back to him, and then he gets it back to Kagwa, who crosses it in. Our keeper comes out to try and stop it, but fortunately for us, it's just over the bar for them. And that is when they then launch another attack. I mean, they were constantly just pushing us down and down, and they even switched Royce over to the right as he was being a little bit quiet on the left, and it immediately had an impact. They got through here with Immobile, who had a shot, and Scuffit was able to pull off a pretty decent save in the end just before the half. And then as the second half started, they came out with a new lease of life again. I mean, we were really on the ropes here, getting it through there. They were able to tackle us there and then win the ball back again. And Kagwa was coming through here. He passes it to Immobile, who shoots, but luckily Scuffit is able to get a leg to it. I mean, Borussia Dortmund really had us on the ropes at this point. I mean, they just consistently attacked until Chalobah was able to give us a little bit of breathing space here, running through here. It looked like we were surely going to score. Halovic, and we did. He was able to just like hit with his left foot. I don't know, he didn't have much power on it. He kind of chipped it in. I'm not really sure what he did, but I thought he'd missed it when he shot. And that does put us in the lead in this game for the first time, 2-1 to us, which is pretty decent. And then obviously they ramped everything up again. Kagwa got it through here to Campbell, who then annoyingly we seemed to challenge, but then somehow we still had the ball and he just smashed it in to the back of the net. Annoyingly, they've evened things up. It's 2-2 with 64 minutes played. There's not really much more we can do here. They made a change as well, and they brought Ramos on for Immobile, who'd been causing us a lot of problems, so we weren't too annoyed about that. And then we tried a short corner here with Varane, and they tackled us, and it was going to be a foul, but we decided to play on, trying to pinch it right at the end. Oztuma had the perfect opportunity from about the penalty spot, but unfortunately his effort was wide, which is pretty annoying. But that did end the 90 minutes of full time at 2-2, so obviously we were going to have to go into extra time and play the rest of the game out, which is pretty annoying because our team are so knackered. I mean, they've played all season with literally just the same 11 out there, obviously apart from Sterling and Ike because they're injured. But yeah, let's go into this. I mean, Borussia Dortmund have played so well in this game. We've really had to play like the best football, and we've had to defend so much. I mean, look, their possession is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they haven't had as many shots as us, but a lot of ours have been from quite far out. So, I mean, we're really up against it here, but hopefully we can do something. It looks like we're probably going to be going to penalties, though, if we're lucky. And somehow we start the game off really well with Januzaj here coming in. He cuts in. He's got absolutely nothing left in the tank, but he's running through. And they tackle us quite easily in the end, to be honest. And that's when it's cleared, Khan's able to win the header and gets it back into Leleget, who just kind of hoofs ones up because he's knackered. Januzaj tries to take another player on again. Not really sure what he's doing, even though he's knackered as well. And for some reason, the bench just looked unbelievably bemused by that. I'm not really sure what they were doing either. And then Oztuma picks it up on the edge of the box here. Chalobah's coming through. We're just working on the edge of the box. Ibe back to Chalobah, back to Ibe, and it looks like he's through, and he is. He's got one-on-one with the keeper, and he slotted one away just before the first half of extra time ends. And Ibe, our number 7, has scored the goal. 3-2, that makes it. So now all we have to do is literally defend for the rest of the game, and we could have won ourselves the European Cup, which is just absolutely insane. I mean, especially with the team we've got out, it's not even the best team. We're missing our best player and our left back. Absolutely insane. What a finish from Ibe. I mean, I probably would have been the player to miss out as well if Sterling was in, if not Pozo. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure I actually brought Ibe on. I don't think he even started the game. So what a substitution. That's absolutely insane. And that is how the game ended. I mean, look at that. 3-2 to Peterborough against Borussia Dortmund. That is just absolutely insane. I know it's only the European League, but that's just absolutely insane. I mean, we are going to be in the Champions League next season as well, as I think winning this puts us through anyway. But that is absolutely insane. We've just won the FA Cup, and now we've gone and won this. Gundogan looks absolutely pissed, and there we go. A nice little synchronised chest slide from the team to celebrate. And the crowd are going wild. I don't know where it was, probably like Germany or something like that. But absolutely awesome. And there's another celebration for the team. Zuma's captain again. I forgot to change it, but it doesn't matter. He probably deserves it. All we're happy about is that we've won the game. We were playing 3 at the back as well, which now that I think about it is probably why we were getting so dominated by Borussia Dortmund. But look at that trophy. That is what we came for. The graphics on this are absolutely sublime. Wonderful. And there we go. Yes, boys, we've done it this season. We really pulled the boat out. We've won the FA Cup and the Euroleague. Absolutely mental. The crowd are buzzing. Like, literally, there's not really much more we could have done this season, really, apart from winning the Capital One Cup and the league. But obviously, it was our first year in the Prem, so I don't really know what more the club could have expected from us. But that's just absolutely insane. But yeah, for such a young squad as well. And now, at least this time, we can actually see the fireworks as well, because it's at night. I don't know what they were doing before in the FA Cup. And Yanazai looked a little too excited there. And that guy's got such a good haircut. He's like shaving a whole half at the back of his head. Don't know what he's doing. But yes, boys, we have gone and done it. And there's the confirmation of a 3-2 victory with Emir Khan on man of the match with a 7.6 rating. And there we go, 3-2 to Peterborough in the final of the Euroleague. We beat Ajax in the semis, Bayern in the quarters, and we also beat Toulouse in the round of 16 5-3. So we beat quite a few good teams to get there. I mean, we did avoid Arsenal and Benfica, but other than that, we played pretty much the best teams in it. And we also got just under £5 million for our efforts in that, which is obviously going to help us out a lot next season. And then after that, we've got our final game in the Premier League, but we've already tied up 4th spot as we're 4 points above Spurs, who are in 5th. So even if we lose this game, then we're alright. So we are going to sim it. Unfortunately, we do win it anyway, 1-0 with James, the only goal scorer, off the bench for us. And that does end the season with us in 4th spot, 4 points behind Manchester City, quite far off top, with Manchester United winning the league by quite some distance, and then with Chelsea just behind them. But that does mean we're going to have Champions League football next season, which is absolutely awesome. And I also think we're going to have the Community Shield, and also, I can't remember what it's called, but like the Super Cup or something, where the Champions League winners play the Europa League winners. So we might even win that next season and get ourselves some money at the start as well. And then add that to the 9.9 million that we get for our finish in the Premier League as well. For 4th spot, that's not bad at all. So if we just take a look at the transfer budget, we've obviously got 24.5 million there, which is obviously all going to go in a wage, if you remember the money glitch. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out on my channel. But we've got about 500k in wage budget, so we're obviously going to add that to someone, and we're going to give that to Edwards, who we will then go and sell next season and get all of that money back for us. So that's not too bad. And the board are obviously absolutely ecstatic, as our target at the beginning of the season was to avoid relegation. So we've come 4th in the league, we've also won the FA Cup and the Euroleague. What more can they ask for? Not a bad way to end the season, and that is exactly what we're going to go and do now. And don't forget that in the next season, we've got Mario Götze joining on a free transfer, as we were able to sign him back in January, if you remember. That's pretty awesome, so I can't wait for him to join up with the squad. And we're also going to be making a lot of acquisitions, maybe 1 or 2 big names. You guys have commented a load before, so if you want to do that again and just give me a few tips for some players to buy in the next couple of episodes, which will be episode 22, which will be coming out very soon, make sure you comment them below this video. Also, give this video a big thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you at the next video. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye.